number. So can you see my screen?
Yes, Jesse, go ahead.
Yes, Jesse.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to everyone who is here. I am Jessie, final year student of Culinary Arts from Indian Culinary Institute. I am from Telangana state, and my research topic is sweet preparation, a base for any celebration. The main objective for this research topic is identification and acceptance of 10 popular sweets of Telangana. And as we saw earlier, my classmate Mahesh and I have done almost the same thing, but he chose the sweets from Andhra Pradesh, and I have chosen sweets from Telangana. So going into review of literature, I wanted to say sweets are base for any celebration, any happy celebration or any kind of thing, any kind of situation or celebration. Sweets are very important, and for my research, I have selected 10 popular sweets from Telangana. So I'll just read out the 10 sweets. They are bundi laddu, basava kajjam, బక్షాలు, సత్తుపిండి, మలిద ముద్ద, నువ్వుల పట్టి, పల్లి పట్టి, పూర్ణం బూరెలు, సమిలి ముద్దలు, వెన్న ఉండలు. Most of these are Telugu words, and I'll explain them in a bit. Now, some of these sweets are indigenous and native to the land of Telangana, and some of them are very popular due to the diverse communities and the history of Telangana, where people from different states and communities have come here and ruled Telangana for a longer time. So that left an influence on our food, and also the influence of neighboring states. And most of the sweets which I've mentioned above are made during a festival called Batukamma. It is a state festival of Telangana. It is actually simply called the Festival of Flowers. I'll explain that in a bit too. Coming to my sweets, bundi laddu. We all know bundi laddu. It's almost a favorite sweet to everybody. Growing up in a Christian family, I've never known many of these sweets because none of these sweets, only few sweets we used to have in our home. And the reason I choose many of the sweets which are made during Batukama festival is one thing, it is a state festival of Telangana. And the second thing is, I thought there will be many people like me who is from Telangana, who is who are from Telangana, but they don't know they don't know anything about the sweets. So I thought I should mention those sweets which are made during the festivals, along with some popular common sweets which are consumed all the time in Telangana. So coming to bundi laddu, we all know it is prepared with gram flour batter. The batter is poured through a spoon called bundi jara, which is specially designed for the laddu. And these slotted spoons have wide holes on the surface, and the holes get narrower, facilitating the batter to flow gradually, which yields perfect round-shaped balls. Then it is dipped in then the sugar syrup is added, and it is formed into a round ball. And coming to basava kajjam, basava kajjam is actually a divine offering which is offered to the goddess Gauri during the Batkama festival. To know about all the sweets, I want to just tell a bit about Batkama festival. Batkama is a celebration of flowers. It is actually celebrated by women in Telangana. So it is celebrated in the monsoon time. And what people do around it is celebrated 9 days along, and it is only celebrated by women. What happens in this Batukama festival is women gather all the flowers which are grown in that time of the in that season of the year, and they pair it along like a round circular form, and then they carry it on their head, and then they go in a round. They sing songs, and then they disperse it in the pond. The reason behind dispersing the flowers in a pond or in a lake is the flowers which are used to make Batkama, they have this cleansing and purifying effect. So it maintains a healthy balance between the earth and the water. So that is the reason. And during Batukamma, generally people worship a goddess called Gauri, who's actually a deity form of Mother Durga. So it is the festival about her, and women celebrate it uh, all 9 days. So this Basava Kajjam, coming back to our sweets, this Basava Kajjam is made during Batukamma festival. It is a made with wheat flour balls. Tiny wheat flour balls are cooked in milk and creamy moong dal, sweetened with jaggery and topped with roasted nuts. It's kind of like a porridge, and it can be made fresh and it can be made within an hour. And it is traditionally made in Telangana on the festivals like Mahashivaratri and Batukamma and Bonalu. So in some regions of Telangana, it is also called Basava Garjanam. Then coming to Bakshalu, everybody, I think most of them know Bakshalu because Bakshalu, it is not native to Telangana, but it is a very popular dish in Telangana. And the festivals like Sankranti, Pongal, and the other festivals, we have to have Bakshalu. So Bakshalu, they are called Puranpoli in Maharashtrian they are called Puranpoli in Maharashtra, then they are called Olige or Obbattu in Karnataka, and they are called Boli in Tamil Nadu. So it is a sweet stuffed flatbread. It is also known as Polilu and Bobbatlu in Telugu speaking areas like in Telangana and in Andhra Pradesh both. Bakshalu is made by stuffing a soft whole wheat dough or all purpose flour dough with sweetened lentils, which is sweetened with jaggery. Most of the time it is sweetened with jaggery, but nowadays people are using sugar. But generally, authentically, it is sweetened with jaggery and cardamom. So Bakshalu are made for Ugadi. Also, Ugadi again is a huge celebration in Telangana. It's the new Telugu New Year Day in Telangana, so as well as in Andhra Pradesh. So we make Bakshalu for Ugadi. And coming to Sattupindi is again a traditional divine offering to goddess Gauri during Batkama festival. It is actually a dry roasted powder made of lentils, grains, and it is mixed with either sugar or jaggery, and it is considered to be the most highly proteins and nutrient filled sweet. So this and there's a small fun fact in this that this sweet is especially offered to ladies who are married. And they bless her like be Sumangali and be Sumangali. That means a happily married woman. So this is especially offered to the married ladies. And most common variation, it is made with either with moong dal or wheat flour, and uh, i- uh, it is like a kind of powdery form of sweet. But if someone wanna eat it in other form, it can be made like a laddu with some addition of ghee, like a couple tablespoons of ghee can be added, and it is rolled into laddu. And coming to Malida Mudda, again Malida Mudda is also made on Batkama festival, and it is also called Malida Muddalu. Uh, Actually, there is a similar sweet which is originated from Afghanistan, which is called Malida. So both things are made with almost the same ingredients. So this Malida mudda is made with the leftover chapatis or rotis. Then it is crumbled into small pieces. Then it is coated with either jaggery or sugar powder, and then flavored with cardamom, and then rolled together into a laddu using some ghee. So this is again a divine offering to the goddess Gauri during Batkama festival. And again, this Malida is also famous in northern side of India, and also in Pakistan and Afghanistan. And coming to Nuvula Undalu, this is also known as Steel Ki Laddu, and in Tamil it is known as Ellu Urundai, and in Kannada it is known as Ellu Unde. So Nuvula Laddu is made with sesame seeds, roasted sesame seeds, and jaggery is added to sweeten it, and then cardamom powder is also added. Again, it is a famous dish, and it is a famous snack in Telangana that people, it is eaten all the time around the year. And coming to Pallipatti, Pallipatti is commonly known as Chikki in India, and it is like Indian version of brittle. So Pallipatti is one of the most favorite dessert or most favorite sweet, and it is the most consumed snack in Telangana. I remember eating Pallipatti every day. Like when I came back from my school, my mother used to give me a small bite of that. So we used to eat in like every day. So Pallipatti is very famous in Telangana. And coming to Poornam Buralu, um Poornam Buralu is again a traditional South Indian sweet which is almost prepared in Andhra Pradesh and as in Telangana also. And we serve it on special festivals like Navratri. And then there is a festival called Varalakshmi Vratam, which is only done by ladies. And this is actually made of rice flour stuffed with jaggery and mixed dal paste and dry fruits. And this is also known as different this is also known in different states with different names. It is also called sukia, it is suyam, and it is also called sugilu. It is called suliam in Malayalam, I guess. So it is known everywhere in the India, I mean in South India. And to make Purnam Buralu, we have to make Purnam, which is called Channa, which is called Purnam, which is made with Channa dal and jaggery balls. So these balls are then dipped in rice flour and then fried until golden color. Then coming to Samili Muddalu. Samili Muddalu, again, it is a traditional sweet from the kitchens of Telangana. It is again made as an offering to the goddess Gauri during Batukama celebrations. As I told earlier, Batukama is celebrated 9 weeks along. So every day there is a different kind of offering. Every day there is a different kind of prasadam. Samili Muddalu is one of them. Again, Samili Muddalu is made with rice and sugar and jaggery, and it is flavored with cardamom. So rice is dry roasted and then it is blended into powder, then sugar or jaggery is added, and then it is again flavored with cardamom. And this is very, again coming to the nutritious part, it is highly filled with nutrition and vitamins. And the last one is Venna Undalu, which is also which literally translates into butter balls. So Venna Undalu is a traditional recipe in South Indian homes. This is actually prepared during Krishnashtami, like the birthday of God Sri Krishna. So Venna is a Telugu word for butter, and it is a great evening time snack or tea time snack when it is served. These are again, it is made very simply with rice flour, fresh butter, and jaggery. So these are all about my sweets. And my objective of this research is to identify the popular and traditional sweets from Telangana and acceptance and their popularity among native youngsters. Earlier, one of my objective was to find out the acceptance and popularity among non-native youngsters, but later I changed because of the prevailing pandemic condition. And also I said earlier that I didn't know that these many sweets existed in Telangana. So I thought maybe I should check like how many of them know, whether the native youngsters do they have a knowledge about the sweets in their land. So I have conducted it among the native youngsters of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana as well. I've collected my data. My primary data was through Google Form questionnaire. I made a self questionnaire, and it was really useful because we couldn't go outside and do a market survey. So Google Forms were very helpful, and I collected my primary data from Google Forms. Then I collected my secondary data from internet, journal articles, blogs, and videos related to this thing. So my sample size for my sampling, I used preset data collection scale in my research. Preset data collection scale is where I have given respondents a already preset of options where they have to choose from only the given options. So I use the preset data collection scale, and a total of 100 responses were received through the Google Forms. So my data analysis started with again the age and gender. So in the age, when asked the most age group, the major age group which responded was between 18 to 30 years. 84% of the respondents, they are in between 80 to 30 years. And the gender, from 100 respondents, 73% of them were female, and 23% of them 27% of them were male. So I started my questionnaire with a simple question that, uh, choose choose from the following sweets which they have already heard before. So I mentioned those 10 sweets in the questionnaire, and I've asked the respondents to choose from the sweets which they have heard before. When asked, bundi laddu was the uh, most sweet which was picked by almost everybody. It's like 90% of the people chose bundi laddu, then followed by bakshalu and pallipatti at 78%, and then nuvulapatti and poonam buralu 70% and 65%, and rest of the sweets were followed with a less percentage. So from this, I came to know that not many of them know about the sweets of Batkama, and many of them generally know about the common sweets, common popular sweets in this. So it is also another reason for my research. And when I asked about, do you know any sweets of Batkama, from 100 respondents, 62% of them said yes, and 38% of them said they don't know anything about the sweets of Batkama. So again, I asked them which sweet is most likely to be eaten all the time. Again, the bundi laddu scored more, along with the palli patti, chikki, and then there was nuvula patti and undalu. And the other question was, description. Sorry, which sweet, do they know if which sweets are prepared during Batkama festival? And I have given them four options. Most of them responded that they know that Malida Muddalu and Satupindi is made during Batkama. And I've also asked them, like, Malida is a similar version of Malida Muddalu. Do you know where it is originated? Most of them responded to the correct answer, which is Afghanistan. And then there was this question where I asked them, do you want to learn more about sweets of Batukama? Out of 100 respondents, 64% of the respondents wanted to learn more, and then there was 24% of respondents who picked the option maybe they wanted to learn, and 12% of them said no. So that was about the interest of learning Batkama sweets. And then I heard them about the benefits of Satupindi. I've asked them, like, have they ever heard of benefits Satupindi? And 37% of them said yes, and 53% of them said no. So there is a uh, there is a thing known from this that in future there can be a research done on Satupindi and its benefits, which is highly nutritious. And then the last question was, did this form helped you to learn new things about sweets of Telangana? 75% of them, almost, sorry, 76% of them said yes, and 20% of them said um, no. So this is my data analysis and the further scope of research. As I mentioned here, Telangana is a newly emerged state. Although it's been like 5 or 6 years that Telangana was formed in 2014. So now it's been almost 6 years. Yet it is an newly emerged state, and it is still developing. It has got a lot of scope for research to do in its heritage, food, culture, and cuisine. And also these sweets can be included in the menus of the restaurants, so because they are native to the land, and they can be made popular when they are added to the menus in the restaurants which are situated in Telangana. And also from government side, and also from the citizens of Telangana, advertisement and publicity can be done to raise the awareness of these native sweets. And the other most important thing is standardization of the recipes of these sweets will help in securing the uniqueness of these sweets. Actually, earlier our research topic was to standardize these 10 sweet recipes, but due to the pandemic situation, I couldn't do it. Maybe in future we can standardize these recipes so that we can secure the uniqueness of this sweet. And again, in conclusion, as I told earlier, grown up in Telangana, born and brought up in a Christian family, I've never known about these sweets. And this research paper has really allowed me to learn about my culture, my food, and my state. And after a deep search of deep research in interest, and I've also taken help of my family. I've asked them like, what are the sweets which are made in Telangana during festivals and all. So I decided to come up with these particular 10 sweets which are famous and which are indigenous to Telangana. And with the above data analysis, I conclude that most of the respondents were interested in learning about sweets of Telangana, especially sweets made during Batkama festival, and also their preferences regarding eating sweets, which sweet do they eat most, and how often do they eat most. So this is it. I thank Lomte sir for giving me this opportunity, and thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jesse. It was very nice explanation, and you identified all 10 sweets from Telangana. Really, there is no documentation available for
Yes,
this sweet, and you identified, and you can take this topic further for your research where you could document it. I would like to
yes, sir.
mention here that the idea of standardizing sweets was coined by Dr. Trilok Chandar,
Yes, sir.
and it was this idea was given to Jesse as well as it was given to Mahesh. And you people were prepared to do it, but due to this unforeseen condition, you couldn't do it. Otherwise, you would have standardized at least 10 recipes from each state, and that was
Yes,
our
sir.
plan to do work in the laboratory. But anyway, but this also, the gathered information also is very good, and I hope this what your presentation can be taken to Telangana Tourism Development Authorities so that
Oh, sir.
they can do more some research or some activities in documenting these sweets or the culinary heritage of Telangana. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so with
Thank you,
this,
sir.
I would like to ask Chef Rajsekhar sir if he would like to say anything here.
Nothing, sir. As she mentioned everything, it was very good. But if she put one or two photographs, it would be very nice actually.
Yes,
Yes,
Photographs are
sir.
available in the internet because people don't know what is sakinalu. We know what is muruku. It's similar to muruku, but
Yes,
sakinalu
sir.
shapes are different. So at least
Yes, sir.
these kind of pictures would have been, given kind of hint to the other people. Okay, this
Mm.
Telangana we call sakinalu. Okay, in Andhra we call like this. In Tamil Nadu we call like that. That's the only
Yes, sir.
thing. Maybe next time you make sure you go with some
Sure, sir.
pictures. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
thank you,
Thank you, sir.
thank you, Chef. And now over to Dr. Eugene, as this was the last presenter. The your opinion about Jesse's presentation and your overall opinion. So over to
All right.
Dr. Eugene.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chef Rajshekhar, sir, also. Dear Jesse, it was a very good attempt by you, on